Before this family is even fully seen, danger is already moving through the grass. Inside the burrow, the female will not give up the clutch. Outside, the male is forced to answer first. For a burrowing owl, courage is rarely dramatic. It is often just a small body stepping into the only path a predator can take. The first attack breaks, but nothing about this place is safe. The world outside the burrow is open in every direction. That is the burden of nesting on the ground. There is no height, no thicket, no second layer of shelter, only vigilance. So the pair divides the work the way many families do under pressure. One guards the horizon, the other guards the future. And here, danger does not come from one direction alone. What hunts on the ground is only half the story. Life settles into its tense routine. Food must still arrive, heat and dust still press in, the eggs must still be warmed. Then another pressure appears, a crow, clever enough to test any weakness, bold enough to try. The male answers again. Out here, even a brief hesitation can cost more than a meal. It can cost the entire nest. At last, the balance begins to shift. One egg stirs, a crack opens, the first survivor starts its way into the world. Hatching is not a moment of triumph. It is slow work week, breath by breath, shell by shell. The female helps only lightly. The rest has to be done by the chick itself, because survival begins with effort. Then the first chick is free, tiny, damp, and helpless. Soon after, the second follows. Now the stakes are even sharper. 2 eggs were a promise. To hatchlings are a responsibility. In the first days after hatching, everything depends on timing. Food must come in small pieces. Warmth must never fail. The chicks are almost all neat, pinned down, weak necks, barely open eyes. At this stage, exposure alone can be deadly. By a week old, they are larger, louder, and more demanding. Growth is visible now, but strength is still an illusion. The crow returns to the edge of the story, because predators notice what parents already know: the young are changing. At 10 days, curiosity reaches the threshold. The entrance is no longer just light, it is invitation. But the burrow mouth is also a line between safety and consequence. Many young lives are lost the first time they want to see more. A shadow sweeps overhead, and the lesson is immediate. In exposed country, wonder must learn to kneel before instinct. By 12 to 18 days, the chicks are stronger, steadier, more aware. They do not understand the world yet, but they have begun to read it. Even small practice matters. A beetle, a movement in dust, a pause at the entrance. This is how wild education begins. Then the ground threat returns, the same path through the grass, the same terrible logic, only now, the chicks are close enough to lose. This second attack is worse, not because the snake is different, but because the family is. The young are outside the deep safety of the chamber. The female becomes a wall. The male cuts the line again. Parenthood, here, is not softness, it is discipline resistance. The snake turns away, but not in defeat, only in delay. In the wild, victory is often just another name for surviving the next minute. At 25 days, the chicks carry themselves differently. Fear is still present, but it no longer owns every movement. Their bodies begin to show the future: more shape, more balance, the first signs of the birds they are becoming. Then weather takes its turn, dust sweeps low across the field, stripping the world down to grit, posture, and endurance. A family that survives here must withstand more than predators. It must endure whatever the open ground decides to send. The rain is brief, but brief can be enough. Cold, wet exposure has ended many stories before they ever reach the sky. Now the chicks hold, they press in, they wait, and they come through the weather more composed than before. By 49 days, they stand at the entrance, not as hatchlings under protection, but as young survivors shaped by pressure. The field is still exposed, the danger is still real, but for this family, the most fragile chapter has been crossed.